If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gon' shoot you.
Beautiful morning, you're the sun of my morning, babe. Nothing in the water.
Over the years, Kid Cudi has developed a cult following, with his sea of fans waxing and waning dramatically. His bright beginning in hip-hop and ever-changing sound have helped solidify him in the hearts of the few, while ostracizing many of his original fans. Today, I'll be breaking down his albums and ranking them worst to best in my latest installment of the album ranking series. Go ahead and subscribe and like if you want to see more of the series, and comment your list of Cudi's best projects. Number 10, Rap Hard. This demo was released to the public long after Kid Cudi had experienced his rise and fall in hip-hop. Sonically, the album was released like a time capsule and a look into a conflicted character's raw beginnings. A young Cudi flexed his knack for rapping and hooks on some average beats, but only a few songs have much replay value. Number 9, Speeding Bullet to Heaven. Cudi's greatest departure from his hip-hop roots came in the form of his fully evolved rock transition in Speeding Bullet to Heaven. Alluding to his ascent to heaven, it's almost as if Cudi knew he'd be crucified for this album. Sonically, the album is abrasive and showcases rough Nirvana-inspired instrumentation and Cudi's dark crooning. The instrumentation, darkness of subject matter, and somewhat overwhelming sounds make the album genuinely hard to listen to for some. Though it was received poorly by critics, the long project displays more than a few moments that gleam. Ranging from his lone rock jewel of adventures to the campfire ballad of embers and Salvador Dali-esque melting give you glimpses into the true magic Cudi has in his music. Number 8, Dat Kid from Cleveland. 7 months after his signature mixtape, A Kid Named Cudi, Cudi returned to the public eye with a more colorful palette of songs showcasing his different strengths. From the synth-heavy Kanye-produced Sky Might Fall to the trot of the Sharam-featured She Came Along, Cudi showed he could mesh a style and theme to the diverse set of soundscapes. Rapping toe-to-toe with Wale on Look Up to the Stars, freestyling off the dome on Power 106, Cudi settled any authenticity doubts. Daring you to try him on the streets of LA and switching lanes, the braggadocio serves him well, and the mixtape lends songs to his debut album too. Number 7, WZRD. Though not a solo Cudi project, the group project WZRD, comprised of Kid Cudi and Dot the Genius, marked a full-fledged jump for Cudi from hip-hop into the unknown. The heavy guitar sounds contrasted with light synths and provide an interesting musical ground for Cudi to display his genuine talent for filling in the groove sonically. The rock sound stays for the album with a glimpse into his Nirvana-inspired future with his cover of Where Did You Sleep Last Night? Cudi's signature darkness has a looming presence, while his songs speak of hope, change, and rebirth. Number 6, Satellite Flight, The Journey to Mother Moon. Coming off the mixed reception of INDICUD, Cudi released his shortest project with the 10-song Satellite Flight. Backed by his darkest production, you could hear the pain in his voice on Internal Bleeding and Troubled Boy. The gradual instrumentation and vocal build on Copernicus Landing give the feeling of a ship descending to the moon's surface. Despite the sadness though, Cudi delivers one of his best verses on his whole career on Too Bad I Have to Destroy You Now, gradually layering his hums to a powerful effect and links smoothly with Raphael Saadiq on Balmain Jeans. Number 5, Passion, Pain, and Demon Slayin'. Fresh off his triumphant reemergence on The Life of Pablo, Cudi announced his return to the top. Passion, Pain, and Demon Slayin' signified the end of an era for Cudi, an opportunity for him to bring back what he learned on his musical explorations. Reuniting with longtime friend Plain Pat and connecting seamlessly with masters Mike, Dean, and Pharrell, it does Cudi's style wonders, allowing his voice and meticulously cadenced rapping to really shine. The surreal space landscapes take you from water to fire on songs like All In and Baptized in Fire, and the tribal-sounding hook on The Guide feels as if he's always been a part of some ethereal space tribe. For many fans, Cudi was too far gone, and even a stellar album performance like this one wasn't enough to bring him back. Number 4, A Kid Named Cudi. A Kid Named Cudi was Cudi's first mixtape with good music, and established his dark content matter, versatile rapping, and endearing crooning. The tape opens up appropriately for Cudi, depicting him in a theater smoking marijuana, munching popcorn, and shushing the other moviegoers as the film begins. His first words in the verse speak a truth still valid today. Cudi's fans are ride or die, and it all started here. On Cudi'S Spazzin', he lets slip the secret of enjoying his music. Cudi's somber mood is palpable on the sampled Band of Horses The Prayer, and his voice sounds really at home on this track. He acknowledges his unique identity in hip-hop among his peers on Embrace the Martian, while still being able to command a pop audience with his hit Day and Night. The tape pushed him to the front of listeners' minds and prepared them well for his debut album. Number 3, INDICUD. After Cudi's melodic dabbling with WZRD, he went on a deeper search for artistry within himself. The self-produced INDICUD finds Cudi exploring his control over his sound and rapping with a burning aggressiveness. After his last solo project, Man on the Moon 2, one of his darkest projects, he was sparked by positivity. With only one co-produced track and 2 lent drums, Cudi's beatscapes are split down the middle with a wordless New York City rage fest, an upbeat instrumental track to lead into Cudi's vocals taking a backseat to the talented Heem on Red Eye. He continues his hot streak on Burn Baby Burn and Cold Blooded, the most aggressive rap-based songs on the album, before jettisoning back into space with The Flight of the Moon Man. Soon after the album's release, he announced it would be his last with Good Music, and leaving to create his own label, Wicked Awesome, with Chip the Ripper. The move alienated him from many Good Music fans, and his popularity began to wane. Number 2, The Man on the Moon Volume 2. Man on the Moon 2 was a worthy successor to the debut album and quintessential Cudi Man on the Moon, with the darkness of Cudi's content being at its peak. With many of the same producers as his debut, Cudi really began to explore his creative abilities and the duality of drug use. On Don't Play the Song, Cudi speaks blatantly about his despair from cocaine use, and then on the bridge to Marijuana, he speaks of the drug's nature to always have his back, and its addicting qualities both in the same breath. The beautiful darkness continues throughout every song, including his first light rock sojourn, Erase Me, featuring his big brother Kanye West. The short video released for Mr. Rager depicted Cudi struggling to fight back through hordes of his personified demons, and even taking a swing at Kanye, until finally falling to the knife of the black jacket-clad version of himself at the end. The album was initially intended to end on the song aptly titled The End, but just before it was released, Cudi recorded 3 more songs to add on, each more dark and mysterious than the last. His ability to create an album of its darkness and still reach a mainstream audience demonstrated how captivating his world is and the unique connection he had developed with his fans. Number 1, Man on the Moon. Kid Cudi's debut album Man on the Moon is his most appealing project to date. The album opens with an ode to escapism, welcoming the listener to his dreams, his world. Common narrates on the unique honesty Cudi would soon share with all of us. Each track on Man on the Moon holds a great deal of importance. Some directly lifted from other tapes like Day and Night and Sky Might Fall fit better in this soundscape than their original homes. Strings from the Larry Gold Orchestra on My World, Cudi's Own, and Up Up and Away set distinct scenes for Cudi to fill the grooves in. Cudi's best song, however, comes in the form of Pursuit of Happiness. Produced by his friends Mike and Evan of Rat-a-Tat with guest vocals from Management, Cudi's lyrics describe his troubles with nightmares, his despair, and his pessimism at his attempts at happiness through drugs and partying by the Shakespeare-inspired lyrics. After this release, Cudi was everywhere. A feature from him was real gold, and hooks from him were sought out by the music industry as a whole. He was accepted as the prince of good music at this point, and his future looked dark and bright at the same time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment on this video with your opinion of Kid Cudi's best albums. You can also find me on all my social media handles below. Tweet me and let's talk about it.
What'd you think about that? Funny, right?